Our third battle of the season against Gruff and its iconic flamethrowers made for some epic action shots. Join us as we get Witch Doctor repaired for this battle, begrudgingly put forks on Witch Doctor for the first time this season, and chat with Team Gruff post-fight. We filmed the entire 20-episode BattleBots season in just 10 days of battles. BattleBots is definitely a marathon, and many teams bring multiple robots to help keep up with the repairs. We have 2 identical Witch Doctors this year. We used our first robot versus Ribot on Tuesday, and Against versus Fusion on Wednesday. Thursday was a day off from filming for repairs, so we took the opportunity to repair the damage from Fusion.
There was maybe just the rails left. Everything else was out of it. So we checked everything, every single component before we put it back in. It's here now. We're on the way back to getting functional. We had a little trouble with the rails being bent after the fight, and things didn't want to line up, and so getting the weapon shaft in was a bit of an issue. We had to go to a really big press to bend things into place just so it would fit. But perseverance, we got there, it's in.
They're just getting to putting the electronics back in. We had to rebend the frame in a couple spots and take off some pieces, file some pieces. So if we only had one chassis, that's about where we would be, because most of our team's been turning on that. So, but that one we're probably going to use for Minotaur coming on.
Really, the way we're approaching it is we don't want to run out of spares before we reach the actual tournament. We're trying to reuse as many parts as possible on a fight that, if we win against Gruff, realistically, we're going to be in the tournament. So we don't want to use up all our spares in a fight that we don't have to win necessarily. Would it be great to win? Absolutely. But we don't have to have a sacrifice of all brand new parts in order to do so.
Minotaur is going to retire a frame. You just got to know that going in. But even if you win, you still lose. So they're just hard hitting.
You win a match, but lose a frame.
This frame should be pretty good, but you can see on this counter damage, that's what we're going to get more of. That frame is mushed together and it's hard to take it apart. Fusion's horizontal came through and just like fingers through whipped cream, just scooped out a piece.
We decided to use our second Witch Doctor for the first time for this upcoming battle. It's a good chance to battle test our second robot to make sure we fix any issues before the tournament. With 2 wins under our belt already, we have to start planning for the possibility of a tournament run.
This is the second chassis, and we had it mechanically built up most of the way there. Today we have to really just do a functional test. We added forks to the front of the robot this year. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you gotta keep up.
So we want to make sure that we can stealth right, so we check that system. While we don't absolutely think we need forks for this match, since we already are at 2-0, it's a great chance to try them before the tournament with kind of lower risk and lower stakes. But obviously we're scared to get stuck on the wall. It changes the way he drives a little bit.
I guess we can put it on its turn off, put it on its face, see if it balances, and then if it does, turn it on and see if, yeah.
1, 2.
Just as we feared, the forks do make it possible to get stuck in this position.
Right there. You want me to turn it on and you can, all right, I'm gonna turn it on.
We discussed removing the bunny ears to help avoid this, and even adding a weight to the tip of the self-rider so that it has enough weight to get us over. There are drawbacks to both of those options, and in order to get stuck, we'd have to land in this position very gently and with our weapon disabled. So we decided to take our chances on this one.
Being paranoid about everything right now, we only have 2 matches under our belt, and although they've gone really well for us, there's still a lot that's untested about the robot. Especially, this is the first time this season we're fighting a non-kinetic energy weapon, so just trying to cover all our bases. But we're happy with everything we did in this test, so I think we're good to go.
So we're feeling good now about the forks.
we will never feel good about the forks.
As good as it's gonna feel.
Yeah, we hate the forks, but if you look around the pits, everybody has crazy forks. We're adding like the most minimal forks we can, but we just need to have those options later for the tournament. So while we hate them, we gotta play the game.
With all our testing complete, it's time to change into our costumes and head over to the queuing area in the battery tent.
Oh?
This is where we usually get to see what configuration our opponent is running for the first time before the battle.
What?
We head to the battle box just in time to get a peek at Gruff before they roll it towards the tunnel. They added what they call chocolate bars to the side of their robot. Welded steel plates for our weapon to hit before we can get good purchase on the side of their robot. A quick chat before the battle with bot whisperer Pete, and it's
hat starting time. Oh, fly check, fly check, fly check. I think so. Good job, Curtis. Here we go, Rick.
After the battle, we head to the cooldown tent to get our first close-up look at both robots and check out the damage.
I could tell there were times when you were like, would have gone for it, you did it.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything that's like hot and or
The motor shaft is really hot, like hot enough to burn you.
the weapon motor? The shaft's
Yeah.
pretty hot. I mean, the motors were working.
So the motor shaft for the weapons next to the pulley is pretty hot on both of them. So that means they were both getting energy, so I think they were both running. And we kept their belts on, which is good. We had a lot of big hits, so
There's not like a.
that was a really good test.
I wonder if you can put like
The
a
rushes.
So what do we do after the match today?
Get dinner?
Yes, that's correct. What do we do after the match today?
I think we're gonna go
Wrong.
to Disney. I mean dinner.
Andrea, what would you like to do after this match?
I want hot pot.
There we go. Okay, it's settled.
Watch with the weapon, that I feel like I didn't watch the match.
Okay.
Like I didn't know we got the flamethrowers.
Well, the flamethrower was on a lot,
We're soccer sucks.
Oh wow.
So crazy.
Drive like here. And this is the hub, and this is where the chain goes, and it just somehow split half. You have to still in there. Yeah. Same hit that broke our switch, so I couldn't power it off after. Which, I don't understand how the switch is like disintegrated, but like it was still on. That's
20 feet in the air. That was big. That was fun.
Did you see John's?
Yes. Yeah. He got that whole in first mode.
I don't know how it's
You can take over Blacksmith. It's always on the cover of everything. Now it'll be like that.
I think up until today, I think the hardest thing I've ever done, like football. Yeah, very hard. You guys definitely.
If you watched our last episode of Pit Pass, you saw that we smoothed our weapon belt pulleys in hopes that it would help us stop losing weapon belts on big hits. This was the first battle this season that we didn't lose a weapon belt, so it looks like our fix is working, which is a big win going forward. A huge thank you to all of Team Gruff for an absolutely epic battle. We've been battling robots with Sam and some of his team for over 10 years, and they're top competitors and good friends. We know Gruff is one tough robot, so we're thrilled to get a decisive KO and our third win of the season. Up next is Minotaur, but we have some time before our next battle. Join us as we take a short break from BattleBots to unwind and have fun as a team. Next time on Pit Pass.
If you enjoy the show, make sure to like and subscribe. You can check out our team store at teamwitchdoctor.com if you want to get some merch. And make sure to tune in next week to see what we do to prepare for the next episode. Woo!